everybody, old guy here. Well, I still haven't gotten my teeth, so let's get this out of the way. Sometime next week. I'm not on a Greg Bear kick either any more than I was on a Lisa Wingate kick. It just happens that I have quite a few Greg Bear books. Picked them up here and there, places that, I was buying books, and I had the privilege of meeting Greg Bear once, so a lot of these books are signed, like this one, which we are talking about today, and here, Greg Bear. And this is a typical Greg Bear book. Mind-blowing future societies filled with incomprehensible descriptions and hard science generally requiring a PhD to understand. Good stuff, with caveats. Now, this book, Legacy, is supposed to be the prequel to Bear's mega hit Eon, which I have not read. It's actually the third book of the Eon trilogy, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because this, in reading order, should predate the others. But I found a lot of the concepts in this book were given quite the short shrift, leaving me scratching my head from time to time. I suspect there is fuller treatment of these concepts in the first two books, which means you should probably read those two first before reading this one, which is the prequel to those. So I don't know how this book actually ties into all that, and I'm worried that talking in detail about this will create a bunch of spoilers for the other two, so I'll be circumspect. What's this book about? Thistledown is a generation ship carved out of an asteroid and sent on a millennia-long mission across the galaxy from a dying Earth, or one that's overcrowded, or one that may be just fine, not really sure. It is several thousand years since the initial launch, and a robust human society ruled by the Hexamon has grown up inside with mind-blowing tech and an alien enemy called the Jarts, who are doing everything they can to destroy Thistledown. Why? Dunno. But they're quite formidable. Olmi Ap-Senon is a member of Way Defense, fighting the Jarts when he gets selected for a secret mission. Find out what happened to the Lenkians, a group of anti-technology Thistledowners who illegally entered the Way and fled to live a pure life on a planet called Lamarkia. He is to locate the leaders of this group, a person named Abel Link, and retrieve the clavicle, which is a device that allows transport along the Way. The Way? What's that? Dunno. It's unclear, suffering from Greg Bear's rather annoying inability to describe his concepts, characters, or settings with anything like clarity. Best I can figure, it's the path that Thistledown is traveling, a wormhole of some kind, that the authorities of Axis City, which is the Thistledown capital city, have the ability to tap, allowing for travel hither and yon. Maybe it's better explained in Eon, I just don't know. But all that is just background, as interesting as it is, because Lamarkia is the main focus here. Olmi lands in the middle of a civil war between the followers of Lenk and a breakaway faction called the Bryanists. It's a pretty brutal war. He walks right into the middle of a massacre of men and women and the subsequent kidnapping of their children by Bryanist thugs who take a look at Olmi and have no trouble deciding to kill him too. But unlike the thugs, Olmi is a trained soldier and makes quick work of the attack. Pretty good, because he only uses what's available to him. He's brought nothing with him. He looks like a local. He dresses like them, so nobody knows, although a few suspect, that he is actually from Thistledown. Somehow he ends up on a voyage of Link scientists bent on circumnavigating the virtually unknown Lamarkia in a sailing ship, avoiding the Bryanist Navy along the way. And man, what a voyage! I put it up there with any great sea story you want to name, from Robin Hobb's Live Ships to Horatio Hornblower. Bere knows his sailing craft, altering it to fit the very odd conditions of Lamarkia, which is a world made up of living echos or ecospheres, every one of them different from the other, and consisting of various plants and jungles and sylvas and creatures conjured by the echoes to clean the place and steal from other echoes and even sample the blood of passing humans. It's a fascinating world that suffers from Bere's inability to describe it in clear enough detail for you to get a picture of the incredibly alien and weird place this is. Best I can tell you, think of Fantastic Planet, and you'll have an idea. Olmi finds that the humans are ruining the whole anti-technology philosophy that brought them to Lamarkia, because the whole colony almost starved to death on a planet that doesn't have any real food, hardly any resources, and no metals. Hence the reason for the war. The Bryanists want to change Lamarkia to their own liking, while the Linkians want humans to adapt to it. What they don't know is that Lamarkia is adapting to them, and it isn't pretty. This is a fairly tough read, a combination of the hard biological sciences and Bere's lack of clarity. But the voyage alone makes it worthwhile. Too bad the voyage ends so abruptly, and in such a frightening manner, a scene where Bere actually rises to the occasion and gives you some of the most hair-raising descriptions of an alien life form you really don't want to meet. And where all this leads? Whoa. Whoa indeed. Old guy here. See you later.